Hey everyone, welcome back to Mama Rick channel. Now a good way to support the channel is to hit the like and subscribe button, and thank you guys for coming back to watch the content that I provide for you. So today I want to talk about Binance. But I'm extremely bullish on the Binance ecosystem. First, because it's centralized and decentralized. There's different versions of decentralization, and there's also maximalism when it comes to decentralization. There's many disadvantages that can come with decentralization as well as centralization, but I believe a combination of both can be very advantageous. If there's something that's centralized but has decentralized aspects about it that are immutable and cannot be changed, then that's a sort of win-win, because the centralized entity has a lot to lose. So the reason why I bring this up is that Binance is going to launch their NFT trading platform. And when you read through their page and sort of their summary of everything to expect from this launch, by the way, it's happening I think today, so if you're out there, you have like a few minutes to participate. Let me not waste too much time on that. So basically they have a mystery box that they're going to launch. The first mystery box is going to be of some things called Tokidoki. I think that's a thing from Japan. But essentially what the platform is that they're going to represent a lot of artists out there, historical artists like Andy Warhol, Salvador Dali. And when you go, they have this 100 creators program. When you go to that program, you realize the names that are there, the 100 creators that they picked, is a very, very diverse group, all the way from Europe, from Africa, from Asia, from all over the globe. So that shows you that the Binance ecosystem is not just building itself to capture a small market share or to limit itself in terms of jurisdiction or to limit certain services to certain people. This is doing an Amazon style of thing where they want to provide a service. Customer comes first, and when people trust what they're doing, then automatically they help the crypto industry evolve in a nice way, and people are satisfied with the services that are being provided. And as well, it helps us see or put into perspective how things are moving in the cryptocurrency space. So I just wanted to bring that out for you guys to keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on the Binance ecosystem and what they're doing. They've been extremely exemplary players in the cryptocurrency scene and being led by a CEO who's extremely humble, in my opinion. So, but the true reason for this video today is a short conversation about the origins of what I think of cryptocurrencies in a very, very summarized form. But before we get into that, investing in cryptocurrencies or investing in anything in life, at least from my experience, and I'm not saying I'm a successful investor or anything, but what I've noticed is that there is no shortcut. And even if you're lucky, for example, in cryptocurrencies, and you invest, say, $1,000 and you turn it into $10,000, even if you're lucky and you do that, say, within 2 weeks, that greed may not give you that foresight to cash out, and so that you can buy back in or continue being a good trader. That what comes fast easily goes away because you don't have that insight and wisdom to keep that wealth. So you either lose it trading or you'll do something and lose the money. But going off of that tangent, let's go back to this story. So Bitcoin introduced the blockchain and proof of work. Then we saw things like proof of stake that was designed and created by, I think, Sunny King and Scott Nadal. Then we had things like the Cosmos blockchain, which is tapping into interoperability. Of course, then we had the Ethereum blockchain come up with smart contracts, ERC20, ERC721 standards. I'm talking about things that are actually being used within the blockchain space. I'm not talking about someone coming up with a cryptocurrency blockchain, promising something, and then it's not really being used out there, even if it exists on there. So the Cosmos system has also come up with the inter-blockchain communication protocol, which is being used by very prominent systems out there, like Akash, like the Binance ecosystem. So many other platforms are built onto the Cosmos ecosystem. There's, with their consensus algorithm. Then we have currencies like the XRP, which came up with the XRP ledger and on-demand liquidity, which I think is going to change the world in a major way. Then we have ecosystems like Polygon, Matic that really fronted this layer 2 scaling of the Ethereum blockchain, and we're still watching that space to see how it evolves. How will these layer 2 blockchains evolve? I've actually done a video about layer 1 blockchains. I'm still reluctant about doing layer 2 blockchains because I'm still watching that space to see how things move. That's essentially it about those technologies. I'm probably missed out a bunch of them, but I'm talking about things that I've actually used and interacted with as a person who has been in this blockchain space for a very long time. Now, I'm not going to talk about things like ZK snarks because, you know, zero knowledge proofs, they exist, but the technologies were invented way back, I think in the 80s. So that was something a bit older. I'm specifically talking about technologies that have been invented within this time, ever since Bitcoin, that have purely come up in this space as a true innovation of the combination of the human mind and the true definition of creativity, when a truly new asset class meets an immovable object of the human mind and what they can create when they merge or when they meet. So as a result, those technologies have led to the formation of things like, you know, like the Etherscan, where you can scan for addresses. It has led a whole generation of people down a path of learning about cryptography, mnemonic key phrases, how to care about data protection, and how to care about protecting your information and what type of internet connection you use, and so many other things that people did not pay attention to. But of course, it has also led to the formation of things like Uniswap, which came up with an amazing decentralized solution, which is the automated market makers, and the whole concept of DeFi, decentralized finance liquidity. You know, in that sense, you know, Uniswap was the first one to really penetrate that field in that really smart way, creating these pools where you can keep your tokens in there, provide liquidity, and also eventually get a reward for doing that. Then it led to a birth of stable coins, centralized and decentralized, like multi-collateral DAI, which is decentralized with the MakerDAO. Then centralized coins like USDT. NFTs also came up, like what I've been talking about Binance. So also NFT platforms as well, like Maker's Place, NFT Plaza. Then we have decentralized metaverses that came up as well as a result of those technologies that I spoke about first in this video. So metaverses like Decentraland, Somnium Space, Sandbox, Axie Infinity, Upland, and so many others out there. Then DeFi as well as DeFi, you know, so platforms like Uniswap, SushiSwap, Curve Finance, Balancer, PancakeSwap, and so many other concepts of DeFi that we see right now. Then exchanges, central and decentralized exchanges. So the reason why I bring this up is that because we've seen what those innovations in the cryptocurrency space have done. But there's one thing when you look at all that, there's one thing you don't see. And that's the incorporation of artificial intelligence. Why is it that the world is so bullish on artificial intelligence and everything we do is infused with artificial intelligence? The camera that I'm using right now is able to detect my face because of machine learning and artificial intelligence. But why is it that when I speak about such a revolutionary technology like blockchain, there is nothing like artificial intelligence and machine learning? Now, this is, if you're new to this channel, this is where it gets interesting. Now, the reason why I've recognized those technologies as innovative technologies is because of this right here. Fetch.ai. This is a company that invented autonomous economic agents, multi-agent based systems, and created an environment where these programmable dynamic agents, autonomous agents, can communicate with each other, can make decisions independently on behalf of their owners, on behalf of machines. And they've created an environment where these agents can interact with each other, talk to each other, and integrate the physical world to the virtual world and affect things like decentralized finance, tradable shares, supply chain, future contracts, algorithmic stablecoins, synthetic assets, all types of derivatives, traditional derivatives, metals, stocks, bonds, collateralized lending, margin trading, decentralized exchanges, decentralized oracle networks, payment channels, game economics, market makers, automatic management of investment portfolios. So the reason why I keep emphasizing on this channel about the product that fetch.ai is doing is because I'm putting my reputation on the line. But at the same time, I truly believe that, you know, being successful in life, you have to pick something, try to understand that something as well as you can, so that when you give out information, it's not haphazard information. It's information that you've researched for years, and you embed yourself within what you're doing and what you're trying to learn, to the point that it clicks and it makes so much sense. To me, it makes so much sense that we have a technology here that has been proposed over the years, that has been proposed by Vitalik himself, that has been spotted out by the Winklevoss twins, that has been spotted out by so many scientists out there. And for the first time, we have a company that's infusing all these concepts that have been developed over the years and neatly packaging them. And it's strategic, and it's positioned at a time in life where there exists the fundamental necessities without which it would never function. And those are decentralized technology, consensus algorithms, immutability. Those things are extremely essential for having a ripe multi-agent system environment and economy and ecosystem. It's something that will support the Internet of Things, something that will drive the economy of things, and it's something that will be extremely powerful. It will change things in data aggregation, in decentralized finance, in the way we generate non-fungible tokens, NFTs, with machine learning and AI, and it will change pretty much the way we see data, because it will democratize data in the sense that it will truly allow an individual or a company, an organization or a machine to truly be in control of the data that it harnesses, the data that it builds, because that data will continuously be aggregated in a package that is owned by that person, machine, organization, and hence they'll be able to see it neatly packaged and choose to do whatever they see fit, whether sell it, whether sell a portion of it, whether show it for advertising purposes, for whatever reasons you want to use your data for. It will be neatly packaged for you to use it the way you want. And a company that's truly harnessing the oil, the future oil, which is this data, and then distributing it in the hands of the owners, or to be in possession of the true owners of this new oil, of this future oil data. I think this is one of those things where trying to explain the potential impact is very hard, because until individuals go out there and understand these various concepts and then learn how to put the information together, that's when your vision can be opened, your tunnel vision can be opened and directed towards the point that I'm trying to make today. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. I certainly did, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye.